Welcome to the Goods from the Woods. My name is Rivers Langley.
I'm Sam Harder.
And no Carter today, but never fear. We are joined by fearless comedian and next door neighbor, our friend,
David Uhlfelder.
Welcome, David. Good to see you, man. How's things?
Things are good. I feel like you just made me say my own name because you didn't want to pronounce my last name.
No, I do that to everybody. Okay. That's standard practice in radio. The people, they have to enter the theater of the mind, and they got to know what your voice sounds like.
I've been told my voice sounds boring.
Who told you that?
Oh, they was lying.
Yeah, my mother, but
Your voice is boring. I want
I'm
the
very
tone
monotone. Yeah.
Well, before we begin, a little bit of a sad note. Obviously, we lost the Pope last week.
I'm so sad.
Aren't we all? We're all
Really
devastated.
Devastates a Jew like me. And
Yeah.
I used to write him letters daily.
He took over in 2013. It felt like it hadn't been that long. I think that just means that
It's because we don't care. Who gives a fuck who the Pope is?
You guys aren't
How often
Catholic,
did you ever?
right?
How often did you think about the Pope in that time?
I don't, but when he died,
Well,
I did have
romantically
that.
a lot, but
I don't, but when he died, I did have that kind of like, damn, he just got there. And it's like, no, he's been there for like 12 years, so he had a long run.
Most of our lives, and also they get elected popes so old. Like you can't expect a pope to last.
That's true.
Yeah, and I feel like I was talking about this when the last pope died, but it is time to really. We kind of have to replace Chris Tucker because of the whole Jeffrey Epstein thing. But I think we could slot Kevin Hart right into my idea, which is for a film called Da Pope that I have talked about before.
I don't like this idea already, but let's hear it.
I came up with this in high school. So the idea is...
Sure, it's good.
So the idea is that, Chris Tucker, now maybe Kevin Hart, and Martin Lawrence are on a family vacation. They brought both of their families to Italy, and they get to Rome, and the Pope dies. And that's sad, but then they're like, they get a hold of some weed.
Hilarious.
And they're like, oh, we should try to smoke this weed. And so they
we should try.
They gotta sneak. Well, no, part of it is
those guys need to try to smoke.
No. Part of it is they have to sneak away from their families. You understand? So it's like a very like.
Are they
covert...
at the Vatican?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're in Rome. They're tooling around, and they get to the Vatican. This is their one shot. The families have gone somewhere else, and it's like, all right, we got to smoke this weed now. And then they go into like a closet, and they hotbox the closet.
All right.
And the white smoke comes out, and that means that they've selected a new pope. And then boom, Martin Lawrence is the Pope. What do you think?
I feel like that is sort of a plot point in Euro Trip.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I never saw Euro Trip.
It's been like 10 to 50 years since I've seen it, but I'm pretty sure there is a bit where they accidentally release like both the black and white smoke at various points.
Damn. All right. Well, geez.
You probably saw it and just didn't remember.
No, I've never. I never saw Eurotrip. I saw Road Trip.
Take a lie detector test.
Oh, right now. Yeah. Look at that.
I saw
solid.
I was watching one of those free movie apps, and Road Trip was on in the middle, and it was at the part where Tom Green puts the mouse in his mouth.
Oh yeah,
and it looks so like, now knowing more about like Hollywood sets and shit, like that mouse was so mistreated.
Oh god, and
PETA definitely protested that, and they were right this time.
They boiled the mouse so it could safely go in Tom Green's mouth.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, no, I saw Road Trip for sure. I never saw Euro Trip though. Yeah,
hilarious film.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Oh,
well, guys, hit us up online. Tell us what you think about Da Pope.
Yeah,
a movie that could have been made when you were 17.
That's what I'm saying.
Probably.
I'm saying it was a genius idea then. I don't know if it still holds up, but it'd be very like.
In the trailer, there would be like a record scratch noise when he became the Pope.
100%. Yeah. Because this was around the same time as the Chris Rock Head of State, if you remember that one, where it was like, whoa, a black president. Whoa. And that was the plot of the film.
I swear we had one of those for most of my childhood.
Yeah. It was at that point, it was a hysterical concept that a black person could be president.
Black Knight.
And it's honestly a funny movie.
Black Knight, Martin Lawrence.
That seems like that would be terrible. terrible.
It was. My mom is a huge Martin Lawrence fan. Like,
That's very odd.
It's like day one, we'll go see anything he's doing. And I went with my mom when that came out, and I think I was like a sophomore in high school, maybe. And
does she like his stand-up?
no, she just likes Blue Streak and like the movies, the films, National Security, Big Mama's House.
You should show her his stand-up.
Yeah, Run Tell Dad.
Just show her the monologue at SNL.
The thing that got him banned from SNL.
Some women got some stanky pussies.
There was a record store that was going out of business when I was in high school, and all the DVDs were like $3 or $4, and so I was like stacking up, and we found Run Tell That, the Martin Lawrence stand-up special
Pretty
movie.
good. It's funny.
And I opened it up, and keep in mind, all the DVDs were like $3 or $4. Someone had stolen it. I was like, shout out. That's fucking great. The disc was gone. No, I bring it up because, the Pope has now been buried, but for the last week has been lying in state at the Sistine Chapel in the Vatican City. And while that was going on, after the first day, the Vatican had to kindly ask people to stop taking selfies with the dead Pope.
That's stupid. Why are you not allowed to?
It's
You have
because
to wait in line for a long
he
ass
was the
time.
type of celebrity that if you asked him for a selfie, he would ask you to pay for it.
So you're still a jerk.
They don't want people getting free ones now.
Yeah. Call it a tithing. Get out of here. Yeah, I just they released those 2 pictures, which
Are you allowed to just take a picture of the body?
well, people were doing it. Like, it was saying that like they had to ask people to put their selfie sticks away when they got to the front of the line because it was just thousands of people like holding their selfie sticks trying to get pictures of the dead body.
What percentage
Same.
of them do you think were actually Catholic? Because I bet it's like
0.
That's what I mean.
low. Yeah,
These are like
I mean, there
tourists.
are Catholics
Right.
who would do that too. I'm not saying they're
Maybe.
innocent.
But yeah, I feel like most. I don't know.
It's like a tourist thing.
Yes.
If you're over there in Europe, now you're like, oh, there's a new event I could do. You know,
I promise these. I don't know this for sure. I promise these are both Americans. I just something about it tells me something. Just something about
American,
the way
the sheer
everything.
confidence.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, where nobody's like, hey, this seems kind of fucked up.
Also, they've got no commitment. If you had real commitment, you get a little closer to the casket than they are.
I think there's a rope.
There's a rope. That's as close as you can
You
get.
can duck under ropes.
Yeah, if you really cared about your Pope selfie, you would break the rules
Yeah.
regarding the Pope's dead body. Which, why are there rules on that? Who fucking cares?
One of the rules I found out just reading about stuff this week that I didn't know is that when the Pope dies, and this is real, they have to hit him on the head with a silver hammer 3 times
What
and
the
call him
fuck?
by his original name.
How hard?
Really?
It said lightly, but
Okay.
still, it's like a thing where you have to hit him 3 times, and then
Well,
in his case, go Jorge, and then
It's not like he's gonna feel it though. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Or is that them trying to wake him up just in case?
it's to make sure he's dead, which is one of those things where, like, they don't build a railroad crossing unless a train hits somebody. It's like one of those, like, what happened in the 2,000-year history of this position that somebody wasn't dead and they just, Leo the 10th just popped up, just, something happened. But who
Well, they're
knows?
just hoping that like he didn't Jesus it.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Come back.
That's
yeah,
a
yeah.
good point.
Oh, man. So my job, I had to go pick up a group in Palmdale, which is like, for those listening, the Roadrunner Coyote Desert, like the middle of goddamn nowhere.
I think I've done a show there.
Hey, have you?
I have.
Is that's Drunken
I
Stoner
don't remember
territory,
it.
right?
I don't remember it being good, but I think
Yeah,
I've done a show there.
Drunken Stoner did a show out there.
That's right. So I'm not often in Palmdale, and I stopped to, check out the libations at the gas station. And I got to say, I jumped for joy because I found something that I have been wanting to talk about for a while. So let
Maybe
us
you
now.
should start checking the alcohol section for weirds. Do you think they make like one-off alcohol drinks?
Probably. Yeah. I, feel
I
like
wouldn't drink. I don't drink,
Yeah.
but you could drink them. And Carter.
I feel like the barrier to entry, if it's alcohol, is probably more restrictive. Because all of energy drinks, David, if you didn't know, is like just bullshit voodoo. It's like, oh, this will give you resiliency. And,
Oh, yeah.
But when I feel like when it comes to alcohol, like just get the license to sell alcohol is much more
Expensive. Oh, that's a good
and
point. None of
product
this is
line.
approved by the FDA.
Exactly.
They get around a lot of cool stuff.
Right. So
By
without
saying it'll give you like statistics in a fucking RPG.
yeah, it'll help you win the NFL
Intelligence
Combine.
+3.
Yeah, you can do box jumps now. But yeah, I feel like with the energy drink, you could just say anything because the market is so unregulated. Whereas with alcohol, you got to go through the ATF and that kind of thing. So who knows? But at any rate, I'll start scoping it out. I did find a mocktail called Improv, so that'll be coming up soon.
Okay,
just based on the name alone.
That one will really need you to come to its show later.
Yeah, you gotta bring 6 people, but they're really supportive of stand-up.
They're really supportive,
even though stand-ups are assholes. They're really supportive. But yeah, this one. So this is a company that I was well aware of, and I realized that I was, by covering this, was going to be going into a minefield essentially. But anyway, this is the new energy drink from a company that I'm interested to know if you guys are familiar with. David, why don't you tell the folks what we've got for them today?
Black Rifle Energy, 0 sugar. It's veteran founded.
This is like the coffee brand.
Project Mango. If I read all the things.
Oh yeah. It's,
if you read everything on that can, we'd be here for 100 fucking years.
You guys want the nutrition? Because the answer is none. There's no nutrition.
They always just write the crazy. At least this one doesn't have like a fucking copywritten.
Well,
like
I had to go to the website to find it.
Value. Oh the god.
Oh yeah. So first, David, are you familiar with Black Rifle Coffee Company?
I am not. I don't drink coffee, so
okay.
that could be part of it. Also, if I did drink coffee, I probably still wouldn't be. I'm gonna take a whack at that.
Okay,
it's like a coffee brand that's like, do you want badass fucking tactical coffee?
Yeah, straight up. Yeah, it is a anti-woke coffee company founded by veterans. That's kind of their thing. And I knew this going in, but the thing that I found about this company is fucking wild. But let's go ahead and give it a try first, because as people know, I give the devil his due. Like, if it's fucking good, I'm gonna say it's good. Like, I don't like Drake. I don't like anything Drake fucking does, but he makes a damn fine energy drink, and for some reason found the need to call it Juvie. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Say Drake.
You don't like anything Drake
named
has
it
ever
Juvie?
done.
Well,
we don't know who named it that, but he put his face on it.
That's an odd choice, to tell people anything associating Drake with the younger generation young feels like a bad marketing play.
I think the drink was named Not Like Us, but it's still very funny that they did that.
Yeah.
Here, let's give this a listen, everybody. This is everyone's favorite part of the show. David, here we go. Oh my God! What color is that? That's an undescribable color.
I know it's clear.
It's clear, but
it's definitely clear.
Very white, and then it clears out after it settles.
I don't know. Maybe it's just I was looking at it through the glasses, but it almost looked like it had sort of a blue hue.
Nah,
I think that's the glasses.
Straight up clear as shit.
Fair enough.
doubt I'm finishing this.
So yeah, this is. Oh, that's fine. I'll take it down for you.
Oh yeah.
I haven't had my medicine today. Here we go.
The smell is kind of like a peach ring sort of smell.
Yeah, that sucks.
See mango.
Yeah, this is Project Mango. And
I mean, it's fine, I think.
It's got like a dead finish.
They all taste bad to me. So that,
you're not wrong to say that.
There was this one time where they hired me to do this commercial social experience thing for Whalebird Kombucha. It was like me and 6 other comedians.
Yeah.
And they had us taste test all these kombuchas. And 3 of them were actual kombuchas, and 3 of them were like weird things. Like one of them was like a natty light. One of them was like a mix of soy sauce and sriracha. And then like one of them, but I had never had kombucha before. They didn't tell us that. They told us they were all kombuchas.
Yeah.
But I had never had kombucha before, so I had no idea. And there's literally a clip of me going, this one just tastes like a beer.
Yeah, and it was.
And it was just a beer.
Nice.
And then I sort of liked this. I can't remember. It was one of the weird ones. I can't remember what the other one was, but I either sort of liked the soy sauce sriracha one or the other one. And I think I liked that weird one more than I liked kombucha.
Let me tell you, I would 100% take soy sauce and sriracha over kombucha. That's one of the worst fucking tasting things in the world.
They gave me a free pack of kombucha for doing it, and it sat and collected dust in my apartment for a year and a half.
And then fermented and exploded.
And then some. No, it was fine. And then I don't know if it was a year, but it's for months. And then some friend was over, and it wasn't even my friend. I think it was my roommate's girlfriend was over, and she's like, "Oh, I love Wilbur." And I was like, "You just want that?" That's how I got rid of it.
Perfect. I got paid with. Did I give that to you, or maybe I gave it to Joe Raines? I got paid for a stand-up show with a cannabis soda. It was like it was about that size too. It was like a big ass can full of weed. I think I gave it to Joe Raines if I'm not mistaken, but that happens. That's it's not like horrifyingly objectionable the way the company is, as we're about to get into, but
I'm sure it is.
I noticed after the first sip, it is a gross aftertaste, but once you get a couple more sips in, it's less bad.
Yeah.
Can we briefly talk about the name Black Rifle?
Yes, absolutely.
Because I feel like based on what you've told me so far, that's a weird choice because I doubt they like black people.
Well, not enough people know what blue steel is, so they have to call it Black Rifle.
Black Rifle.
Yeah,
it sounds tough too.
Yeah, definitely.
It sounds so fucking cool.
Well, so you notice on the can there's some UFOs and stuff, and this is from the website. Want to know the real reason aliens haven't invaded America? Because they fucking know better. Project Mango has been declassified to give your taste buds a close encounter of the fourth kind. Grab yourself.
So this is for nerds. This isn't even for tough guys.
This feels like a energy drink out of Idiocracy.
Yeah, right? Kinda. Yeah. It says grab yourself a case or two of this delicious mango flavored energy before they all end up in a CIA vault somewhere.
You know what's funny is that it all sounds all tough until they're like mango flavored energy.
Yeah.
The government's trying to take your mango flavored energy drink.
Yeah. Well,
it's either that or strawberry dream flavor.
It's funny when these guys suck the dick of the government, and then they also are like, we don't trust the CIA. It's like you would suck the CIA off in 2 seconds.
Oh, well, and not just that. They actually did work for the CIA. The company's founders, so this was founded in...
Well, they claim to work for the CIA. Yeah. Let's preface this.
Black Rifle Coffee Company, fascinating organization, founded in 2014 in Salt Lake City by former Green Beret Evan Hafer and former Army Ranger Matt Best. And
so are these guys also Mormon?
No, that's what...
that's a weird choice. Mormons can't do caffeine.
No, they can.
Some of them can.
No, they absolutely can.
Really?
So the ban in Mormonism is on hot drinks, which excludes coffee and tea. Joseph Smith didn't say shit about caffeine because it was the 1820s and he didn't know what that was. So when you go to Salt Lake City, they now have this thing that I was trying to find the coconut creamer for this, but they have these trucks where they just sell this incredibly sugary soda where they'll dump coconut coffee creamer into it and shit. It's it's a whole thing.
But so they're fine with cold brew?
Yeah, as far as I know. Well, actually, no. I see. I don't know. I think because the whole point, by the way, of so Joseph Smith outlawing alcohol, tobacco, and hot drinks was he didn't want Mormons going to cafes and bars and talking to normal people. That's literally why. It's that way you're isolating yourself just within that population. So that's why he did it. But yeah, I don't know about cold brew. That's actually a good question. But in 2013, Netflix released a documentary about Mitt Romney and his failed presidential campaign. And you watch that documentary and the entire campaign, that motherfucker is slamming Diet Cokes. That's,
I think I might have seen that. The one I thought you were going to bring up is, did you ever watch Murder Among the Mormons?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, absolutely. The moment it dropped. Yeah. But because I thought the same thing. I was like, wait, can't they not have caffeine? And I looked it up and yeah, they can have caffeine. Or at least I think there's maybe some fundamentalist Mormon sects
sure
that are
people who say you can't.
That say you can't, but generally speaking, it's thought of as fine. And no, these people are not Mormons, as we're about to see in this lawsuit I'm about to tell you about. But
cold brew is good.
Cold brew is good.
Yeah,
hell yeah. All right, good on you.
I'm gonna start a Salt Lake-based cold brew company. I don't even like coffee, but
that's what this is.
That's a good grift to get into.
That's literally what this is. This is
I'm gonna start White Rifle, the ultra woke.
Ooh, yeah.
but it sounds like it's not. The ultra woke coffee company, and or White Pistol.
There you go. So yeah, like I said, these guys started off in 2014 and very much were like advertising themselves as kind of the
guy
anti-woke Starbucks. Let's go ahead and we'll
just on the guy that pops up right there. He just gives out the vibes of like, I have a domestic abuse allegation.
I believe that's Evan Hafer, and that would be way more normal than his actual allegations.
Okay,
as we're gonna get into, but let's hear a little bit about this. This is their first commercial from 2017.
People ask us why we have so many guns. I just tell them, how about over 200 years of freedom, bitch?
It's like when you're in middle school and your friends just cuss for no reason.
Very true. As we're going to see is like, because there's a weird divide that's going to come up between, what I would describe as these guys like kind of former operator military right-wingers versus like the internet groiper weirdo right-wingers. And it is a razor fucking edge to walk, but it's going to be very evident here in just a moment of coming up. But let's finish this.
We have a coffee club, which means you spend less time ordering and more time doing what you love. No look!
Did he actually hit it?
Isn't he epic bacon?
I don't
actually
know.
hit that. Instead of worrying about microaggressions,
Oh, he had to tell me he hit it because I genuinely wasn't sure. So that's good.
This is one of the things I hate about like stupid gun people is they're always like, you know what you use guns for? Playing with them and being unsafe. You hold it to the side and shoot where you're not looking. You have a flamethrower for no reason. That's what guns is all about.
Oh, fuck. So in 2017, unsurprisingly, they made friends with Donald Trump Jr. And when Starbucks declared that they would hire 10,000 immigrants in the wake of Trump's Muslim ban that year, Black Rifle said they would hire 10,000 veterans. And of course, this
that's
would
admirable, honestly.
That's great.
It is, except that
they didn't do it.
Well, yeah, because
they don't have the capacity for that many employees or close to that. Yeah.
as of this recording, they have almost 1,000 employees, but back in those days they had 60. So they were never.
So they have grown a lot. However, none of those 1,000 are veterans. Right. But they're trying.
Well, and when this happened, they didn't even have the canned stuff yet. They were still just a subscription-based coffee bag, send it to your house company. But yeah, they only had 60 people. So
I spend so much time shopping for coffee. I need it just sent to my house.
There was a lot of people online saying that their alleged scam is that when you start their coffee subscription service, you have to select 4 beans. But then if you cancel, it only cancels one of them and continues sending you the other 3. You have to individually take them off.
Cancel.
So they're one of those companies that makes it hard to cancel their subscriptions.
They are
typical scam company.
Disney Plus.
Yeah, Movie Pass.
They'd get my grandma in a second.
So in 2019, they hired the former CEO of Panda Express, Tom Davin, to take over, most of the operations. He is a former Marine, and he said he was attracted to the company because of their hilarious jokes.
Because of their really funny jokes.
So
the Panda Express kind of uptight over there.
He was also the white guy in charge of Panda Express.
Yeah,
so,
totally. This is his quote. This is just baffling. Our customer is driving a tricked out Ford F-150. It's blue collar, above average income. I was like, wait,
it's rich guys. Well, when he said tricked out F-150, I was like, those are the guys who never do shit with their trucks.
Yeah.
Those are like the least manly truck drivers there are.
Right. Well, and he says they're blue collar but above average income. I was like, then they're not the first thing you said.
They're white collar guys who want to pretend like they're badasses.
They are dentists that take their fucking motorcycles to Sturgis once a year.
They're wild men because they go poach in Africa.
Yeah, they're Donald Trump Jr.
It's Donald Trump Jr.
Yeah. He says some are college educated, some are self-made type people. It's people who shop at Walmart rather than Target. I was like, what? That's the same goddamn person. What are you talking about?
It's whatever's closer to you.
Yeah,
straight up.
Legitimately.
I actually prefer Walmart because there's a little more chaos to it. I just think
they have
fun.
a little more stuff too.
Yeah,
they do.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're looking for some weird specialty thing, Target's not going to have it.
Yeah.
But you can get like fishing lures at Walmart.
Walmart's where you can get Black Rifle, probably. No.
Yes.
I bet that's true.
It is true.
I bet, well, you can get this shit in every store now. It's actually popular.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
The coffee.
The coffee. The energy drink is a brand new thing. It just came out back in December, so this is a
it's
new
gonna
endeavor.
Actually, no, they're getting rid of food safety. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I was gonna say when they weren't getting rid of food safety, it's gonna be pulled from shelves for like causing heart attacks or something. But
So anyway, they spent 6 years building this extremely conservative base, and then 2020 hits, and Wisconsin murder boy Kyle Rittenhouse bails out of jail and poses for a picture wearing a Black Rifle Coffee Company T-shirt.
oh, good.
And
Yeah.
he's posing with a couple of goons from The Blaze, which is Glenn Beck's journalism operation, and they post the picture and say, Kyle Rittenhouse drinks the best coffee in the world. Use this promo code. And then they have a promo code because Black Rifle Coffee Company is one of the sponsors of The Blaze.
Kyle Rittenhouse.
Well, no, that's the weird part. So this happens, and at this point, putting real morality aside, if you just put yourself in the shoes of these shitheads, you really have two options. It's like, one, what you should do, which is just say nothing. Just whatever. Option two would be lean into it. And they decided to go with option 3, which was they distanced themselves from Rittenhouse.
Wow.
Really?
Shocking.
I'm actually genuinely shocked by that.
I have no doubt that regular people drink Black Rifle coffee just to shake things up at the gas station, but everyone who really enjoys their brand is a raving right-wing psycho.
Right.
And following the Rittenhouse thing, this earned them, surprisingly, a bunch of attacks from right-wing psychos. So while speaking to the New York Times in 2021, Evan Hafer said of the people attacking them, it's such a repugnant group of people. It's like the worst of American society, and I got to flush the toilet of some of those people that kind of hijack portions of my brand. The racism it fucking really pisses me off. I hate racists. Proud Boyish people, like, I'll pay them to leave my customer base. I would gladly chop those people out of my fucking customer base and pay them to get the fuck out.
It's kind of funny they really committed to drawing a line somewhere.
And you're like, why though?
I mean, I'm like, from a marketing point, I'm like, what are you doing?
Sometimes, well, this is one of those things of like some people don't know when to shut up, even if it's going to be their own whatever. But also, everything he just said is fairly cool.
Yeah, like you're right. If you just ignore everything he did before that, you're like, wow, what a down to earth.
Right. Yeah. And I just said, you got to love a Bible thumper who is shocked that the harvest they reap from the garden they sowed. Like, who did you think was buying this shit?
Yeah, it is a little of that, like, I didn't know they were racist.
I didn't know they'd be mad at me for this. Like, I don't know. It's just one of the, like you said, like as far as just the business goes, you're like, just shut up. Like
I thought they just wanted to shoot the left, not black people.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: is like they love cops. Like that's their favorite thing, and they believe that cops are the only ones who should be able to randomly shoot people in the streets. So when this guy went into business for himself, I guess they kind of recoiled at that. So in an interview with the Drinkin' Bros podcast, the EVP Jared Taylor doubled down, calling the people attacking Black Rifle Coffee Company nerds, basement dwellers, and incels.
I mean, that's probably accurate.
They're right about some things, Rivers. We got to give it to these guys.
But this is kind of what I was talking about, is that weird little divide where it's like, these guys, say what you will, they actually were murdering on behalf of the state in foreign lands. Like, they actually walk their bullshit like they talk it. Meanwhile, there's people online just being like, oh, you guys are pussies. And it's like, shit, they're getting mad at that, which is pretty funny. And that's very much one of those let them fight situations.
Yeah.
Like, who cares? But this was the thing that I didn't know, because I was, like I said, going into this, I knew about the company. I was totally ready for talking about them being shitheads. What I was not ready for is the weirdest episode of Black Rifle Coffee Company's history is the Brandon Roper lawsuit. So,
well, you don't need to tell me about this because I'm already very well informed. But for the other people, could you?
They have scrubbed this from the internet. The only reason I found out about this is from veiled references to it on gun owner Reddits.
Okay.
Where, because, Harlan Ellison once said, the problem with Americans is they don't know how to hold a grudge. And that is...
Welcome to being wrong.
Well, that is true, but until you get to someone who has a very specific thing they're into, in this case, guns and coffee, and someone does them wrong. And in this case, the gun owner Reddits are just people being like, someone will bring up Black Rifle Coffee Company, and they're just like, yeah, but, they left Kyle Rittenhouse high and dry, and then also there was this whole lawsuit thing.
Okay.
And I'm reading this going, oh, well, what's the lawsuit? And I actually had to contact the Goods from the Woods legal department, who got back to me with the motions in the lawsuit. So this is from the events that I'm about to describe. Allegedly, all happened in 2016. There was this guy, Brandon Roper, and he was alleging sexual harassment, retaliation, discrimination, and wrongful termination by Black Rifle Coffee Company. So here is a sampling of the timeline of events that are alleged in the lawsuit. So July 17th, 2016, Mr. Roper starts working at BRCC. July 30th, Mr. Hafer and Mr. Roper competed in a handgun shooting match. Mr. Roper takes first place in the competition, and Mr. Hafer was very angry that he got beaten by one of his subordinates, and he felt like his reputation as an excellent shooter among the military special forces community was threatened by Mr. Roper when other military competitors heard the results, and from then on, he began treating Mr. Roper in a demeaning and domineering fashion.
That's so stupid of him. Everyone knows when you get in a shooting tournament with your boss, you lose on purpose.
Right.
You can't beat your boss.
Well,
especially when they're a thin-skinned baby,
That's so weird.
Yeah. So, August 2016, Mr. Roper alleges that he was forced, at risk of being fired, to strip down to his underwear and participate in a marketing video where his image was digitally altered to make him look naked. The video has him doing sit-ups in a room with various other men who are allegedly having a quote-unquote hot dog party, and the video is meant to poke fun at homosexuals. He's
by doing the gayest thing you can think of.
He's been there for less than a month at this point.
This video feels like screw the homosexuals. Okay, what if we kissed? What if we
straight up? Yes, yeah.
What if we kissed for the video?
This is a bit. It's a bit.
But so August 15th, Evan Hafer called Mr. Roper into his office. In front of Mr. Roper and several other people in the office, Mr. Hafer stripped all of his clothes off and stood in front of Mr. Roper completely naked. Mr. Hafer acted as if he expected some sort of response out of Mr. Roper.
So Mr. Roper went down on him, I'm assuming, and just...
So they're in a conference room. There's a bunch of other people,
Right.
and the boss just gets nude and is like, what do you think about my dick?
PTSD is
I
crazy.
assumed he was supposed to suck it. I don't know whether...
Instead, Mr. Roper averted his eyes and tried to turn the conversation back to work. Which, fucking hilarious.
So the sales in Montana,
yeah.
they're a little better than last month.
Yeah, we just got the 7-Eleven account out in fucking
Do we
Nevada.
need to switch suppliers?
So Mr. Roper, after Mr. Roper had rejected Mr. Hafer's advances and failed to comment upon his nude
What
body,
was everyone else doing in the room?
you saw that video. I bet they're just like,
Or
Or they were just jerking off.
or that. Or that.
Maybe.
So, he failed to comment on his nude body, and then he became openly hostile to Mr. Roper. Several days later, Mr. Roper and Mr. Hafer were working alone in a conference room when Mr. Hafer turned to Mr. Roper and said, "Why don't we close that door and butt fuck the shit out of each other?" Roper rejected the sexual proposition, and the meeting continued in awkward tension.
Damn. Roper's professional. He puts business first over his own safety.
So
He goes, no, thank you. Let's get back to the supply chain problems.
So it's September of 2016. Mr. Hafer begins calling Mr. Roper Mountain Jew because he was Mormon.
Right.
So he's...
To be fair, I am a Jew who a lot of people think gives
You grew
off
up
a
in the
Mormon,
mountains, right?
Mormon energy. Well, I am a mountain Jew. Actually,
Where'd you grow up
that's my
at?
name. I grew up in like the Aspen, Colorado.
Oh, then
area.
yeah, that's you,
Mountain
man.
Jew.
Yeah.
You got your new comedy nickname. Put it on the flyers.
That's better than my previous comedy nickname. It was Little Orphan Dave. So, despite the fact both my parents are alive. So,
That's a good one too, though. I like it. It's a good brand.
I love this so much. So, Christmas time, 2016, Mr. Hafer gave out year-end bonuses to all of his employees in the form of a custom-built Glock handgun.
Okay.
Of course.
So
that is such a weird military guy thing to do.
He gave them to everybody except Mr. Roper.
Oh, is it because he beat him at the handgun thing and then didn't want to fuck him?
Didn't want to fuck him, so he didn't get his Christmas gun.
Of course. You gotta get your Christmas gun.
I love.
Is he suing, trying to get a gun?
Because I'm sure Mr. Roper doesn't have any guns.
No,
Yeah.
Already.
I just love a guy just be like, please, sir, may I have my Christmas gun? So after a few days, Mr. Roper asked the management why he hadn't received his Christmas gun. And Mr. Hafer said it was because he was, quote, too emotional about Hafer's actions earlier in the year. It's like, you got too much of a hang up about when I asked to butt fuck you.
And you said no.
You're being...
Also, the fact that Mr. Roper should have sued as soon as he was asked to butt.
immediately.
I get it. You don't want a victim blame, but still.
What kind of HR department do they have at this place, though? It probably doesn't exist.
It's just a shooting range.
I was going to say, it just is a gun.
God.
Yeah, they go, which side of the shooting range do you want to be on?
damn.
And if they say the shooting side, then they say, shut up.
God damn.
He said he didn't get a gun because of being too emotional, and also because he, quote, cried like a pussy to the COO about not getting a gun.
Of course.
So he preemptively knew that was going to happen, so he didn't get him a gun.
Well, I think he talked to the COO, was like, hey, why didn't I get a gun? And he's like, I don't know. You have to talk to Evan. And then Evan was like, well, you were crying like a pussy to the COO just then about not getting a Christmas gun. So
You should have just said to
that's
the
why I
CEO,
didn't
well,
get
last
you
time I
one.
tried to talk to Evan, he took his pants off and it was weird.
January 2017, they all start bullying this guy for being a civilian. So he never served in the military.
Of course.
And also...
He's beating you at shooting contests.
That's the best part.
Yeah.
And he'd never gone to strip clubs, and he'd never done anal, and he never had an orgy, and the other taboos of the Mormon faith. And they eventually forced him to go to a strip club so he could, quote, see a vagina up close. And in the actual lawsuit, it says, Mr. Roper is divorced with 5 children. So I love that they were like,
oh, vagina.
and it's like,
close, I guess.
but his retort is like, no, I'm a weird teen groom.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm a Mormon. We start pumping kids out before we have a diploma in high school. But March 29th.
so funny to just have an employee and you're like, why aren't you a degenerate? Come on.
Yeah.
That's what I want here.
There was a lot of the gun forum guys who were responding to this and being like, they just don't get military culture. I'm like, yeah, because it's not it's a
Is there
private
a lot
company.
of butt fucking in the military? I mean, actually,
yeah,
now that I said that,
potentially.
I'm gonna shut up.
Here's my thing. How'd they get to a point where they were banning anal and Mormonism? It's like what you said about the train tracks thing.
Right.
They caught someone having anal and they were like, no way.
You think people do anal soaking?
Ooh, good question. Well, yeah, probably.
Definitely.
Probably.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I've never thought about it, but definitely.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. They call it God's loophole. So who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah. But March 29th, he is finally terminated from BRCC without cause. June 2017, Mr. Roper begins the process of suing BRCC for wrongful termination and breach of contract. July 18th, and this is the movie. This is how it opens right here. July 18th, 2017, Mr. Hafer. So we're exactly 1 year and a day from
And I
when he was employed.
just want to remind everyone, this is alleged.
Yeah.
This is alleged.
This is all alleged.
So remember that.
Yeah.
To be fair, I don't think we have to worry about Black Rifle coming after us with the courts. Now, them coming after us, literally, maybe.
rolling up in the fucking
rolling up to our shitty apartment building.
rolling up in the Yalcada Toyota truck with the Behringer on the back.
It does suck that they could make one stop and get all 3 of us. But
Well, you saw that 50 cal. They wouldn't even have to get out of the car. car.
Yeah.
Just fire on from the street. We got paper walls over here, folks. So
come murder us.
yeah, dare ya. So Mr. Hafer, this is 1 year after he got hired. We've come to this. Mr. Hafer told Mr. Roper to meet him at the Black Rifle offices so that they could complete some paperwork. When Mr. Roper arrived at BRCC, he was met at the door of the office by Mr. Hafer, who was openly carrying a gun in his unlocked holster on his hip, with the gun partially dislodged from the holster. Mr. Hafer kept his hand on the gun the whole time, and Mr. Higgins, the lawyer for BRCC, was present and asked Mr. Roper if he had a gun, and Roper said he did, but he could put it in the car if they wanted to. And at that point, they falsely accused Mr. Roper of extortion, raising the sexual harassment and religious discrimination claims against BRCC, and threatened to turn him into the insurance division for investigation and other threats. So I just love this guy's like, okay, well, we're having this lawsuit. I gotta turn up to do some paperwork. It's like, if I fucking dare you, give me a reason, bitch.
Also, weird choice for what's his name, Mr. Roper, to not bring his lawyer, but
right. But he did bring his gun.
He did bring his gun.
Yeah, he brought Mr. Barkey Esquire. That
should
lawyer.
have brought his lawyer. I don't know a ton about the legal thing, but if you have to sign anything related to an ongoing lawsuit, bring your lawyer.
Yeah.
It looks like he just accepted them. Like they're like, they could murder me right now, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, like, oh, this isn't a trap.
Yeah.
So there, and again, all this stuff happened in 2016, 2017. There has not been any updates to this lawsuit in the last couple of years, so fair to assume it got settled out of court. I spoke with the Goods from the Woods legal team, and they think that this lawsuit would have never gone to court. If these are the allegations in the initial lawsuit, then this is the tip of the iceberg of a mountain of weird shit, probably on both sides, that neither party wanted aired out in discovery. So that was the point that when I talked to my friend the lawyer, he was like, yeah, if this is in the lawsuit, they would have had to have settled out of court, because this would have been allegedly the shit he could have proved.
Right. Yeah. This is probably the easy stuff. Also, if you settle in court, all of this becomes very public.
Oh yeah, and this was hard to find. Like
now, all right, in the guy who got naked's defense, they make a gross energy drink. Maybe he was just like, "Hey, are my testicles shrinking?"
Yeah. You think my dick tastes worse than this energy drink, or better?
Yeah. I will say my lawyer did cop to drinking the 300 milligram caffeine coffee that they have at one point to make it through a long road trip across.
Is that like also
states.
in a can?
Yeah, it's like one of the Starbucks or Monster coffees, but it's got 300 mgs. So
that's insane.
I was like, you know what? If it's for utilitarian purposes, there's no ethical consumption under capitalism. Drink the MAGA coffee if you got to drive to Florida tonight, folks. But so they, as I said, have tried really hard to scrub this from the internet. I found a ton of dead links, and as I stated, the only reason I found this is because of psychos on gun owner Reddit, and God bless them all. Conservatives have the collective memory of a goldfish, so as you might imagine, the only people who remember any of this are Reddit psychos. So, yeah.
Perfect.
And now they're just chugging along. They've got their energy drink.
Their gay rapist fucking owner.
Attempted.
Allegedly, yes.
Allegedly attempted.
Alleged.
Yeah. I just love just, hey, do you want to butt fuck the shit out of each other right now?
See, in my mind, it's like a glass conference room too, so everyone would be watching.
Well, but to your point,
everyone else was there, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and to your point, that is such like high school guy behavior, but also with the tinge of like, no, but seriously. Like, would you do it?
Not a tinge. A lot of that.
A lot of that.
Yeah. Do you think losing the shooting competition is the thing that turned him on, or do you think he was hired because he was a pretty face?
I mean, look, this is why you have so many Mormons working for the CIA. They don't drink, so their fucking hand is steady, baby. Yeah, they don't got none of the. You won't have the Mormons having the fucking alky shakes if they're trying to shoot something. So should have known what he was dealing with. Hey, you're an operator. But, your brain is all fried, my man. Been working for the CIA and storming the desert sands. Now we got Captain Goody Two-Shoes over here showing you up. Might just make you rock hard. Who knows? Who knows what goes on to the mind of the human man. But yeah, anyway, I'm giving that 2 stars out of 5. What are we saying, David, for that one?
Yeah, I'll say 2 as well. I don't know if there's an energy drink though that I'd be like, man, this tastes good.
I got to send you home with a Straw Bango Margarita, my friend. That was real good.
Straw Bango. What's that guy's nickname?
Strawberry and margarita. It's strawberry and mango.
Straw Bango.
Yeah, that's the hardest to find ghost out here, but I managed to get a couple of them over the past few days. And boom,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. I'm excited. I don't really drink energy drinks, but
Okay, you're gonna hate it no matter what. If you don't like energy drinks, there's not even a good one. Is
All right.
because you got to drink the whole can to really get the feeling of an energy drink. You can't half-ass it.
I on occasion I go through 1 10-pack of 5-hour energy a year.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Because I'll be like, I leave them in my car and I'll be driving late at night.
Oh, so they're like warm,
like
and
that
shit?
for sure.
Yeah.
But
It's a 5-hour
it's a
energy.
shot. Yeah. It's like a shot. But I'll be driving at like 3 a.m. and I'll be like, shit, I got 2 hours left, and I'll take one because I got to make it home and not die.
Yeah.
But that's the only time I drink any caffeine.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. What are we giving these guys, Sam?
I think you guys are underselling it because of the owner being a weirdo. No, I don't know if that's the
No,
reason.
that's why I gave them the 2nd star.
I actually think it's not terrible. I'm going to give it a 3.
Yeah.
3.5 even.
Okay.
After the first sip is bad. Don't get me wrong, but like the first sip of a Bang is terrible.
Yeah.
But they got some good flavors also.
I don't know.
Sometimes you just got to get over the hurdle of it's like a alcoholic drink in a way. It's like you got to get over the hurdle of the weird taste, and then you note the fine little flavor profile that it has.
Yeah. Yeah.
Such as candy, fake candy flavoring.
Yeah. Oh, it's okay. Whatever. I don't know. Well, they have other flavors, but I don't know. The fall off of the
How many
of the aftertaste.
How many milligrams was this?
200 mgs.
Okay.
So I'm saying if they crank that up to 3, like their coffee, maybe we'd be talking about something different.
All of their coffee is 300.
The one that the super rapid fire fucking no silencer or whatever they call it.
Okay.
Yeah.
This one does shrink your testes.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
one,
yeah. Probably so. Yeah. All of the coffee ones have like kind of gun names, and these all kind of seem to have more like cryptid, like UFOs, Bigfoots, that sort of thing. So
Well, that's appealing to a guy like you.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're going in a different direction, but they're trying to pretend like I don't know who Black Rifle Coffee Company is. So
Well, I mean, they're not trying to pretend. They know you have to go to a lawyer to find their fucking dirt. They're pretty good at just
I'm
fucking...
shocked you have a lawyer, I'll be honest.
oh, we all gotta have one.
You got to have one on retainer, even
Absolutely.
if you're not breaking the law. Just
Yeah.
to make sure you don't break the law.
That's
you
right.
know?
Oh man.
Allegedly.
Yeah. So, David, how's life in East Hollywood treating you? You're the newest residents of the Disgraceland
I've been here
compound?
almost 2 months now.
Uh-huh.
I used to live in a garage in Redondo Beach, so this is like a big upgrade for
All
me.
right.
Actually, yeah.
Nice.
I used to pay only $450 a month in rent too, so that's an
Oh,
upgrade
hey.
too. Downgrade, I guess, because I have to pay more. But it upgrade as far as what? Yeah, I used to not have windows. I literally just lived in this woman's garage.
Holy
The not
shit.
having windows thing is crazy.
Yeah, like
That's
I
like
used
prison.
to just live in a woman's garage. I tried not to spend time there, but you
So
know.
would you just open the garage in lieu of a window? Was that the...
I would do that sometimes, yeah.
Wow.
And then there were a few missing bricks in the wall.
This is like prison.
What?
I can see out the brick wall
so you get
sometimes.
a little natural light. You definitely couldn't like see they didn't have a view, but they're also a bit
Through the
low.
brick
They would
wall.
be a bit low to the ground. Like looking out the window, you'd have to like bend over
To see if it's raining, you have to like bend down to like look out.
So I did that for about a year and a half when I
Wait,
first
did the
moved to
hole?
LA.
I'm sorry. Did the holes in the wall have glass over them, or they're just open?
No,
to the
they were just
outside?
open to that. They had bug screens on them.
Why bother? Okay.
Because you don't want bugs in your
I didn't
house.
put them there.
That's
the
awesome.
The place was disgusting. The family had used it for like storage for the past 20 years. The family who
Wow.
owned it.
Oh my god! And they had
I
just
should clarify, it wasn't my family.
Yeah.
I just lived here.
they had just like decided like, oh, we'll just make a person live here.
So it was my friend from college's So I was like looking at moving to. I'd actually lived there before because he and I interned together in LA like 6 summers ago. So I'd lived there before, and I was looking to move to LA, and I was only supposed to live there for like 2 months, and I ended up living there a year and a half. And then I finally was like making enough money from comedy and comedy related things to move to a place like this where we still pay very little in rent for LA.
I just love the phone call of like, hey grandma, you know how you have that storage space? You mind if I store my human friend there? Is that possible? He can breathe through the holes in the wall. It's like a bug in a jar. They just stab a couple holes in the lid.
The air was okay. It was gross the first week or two because I was like getting rid of all the dust. But once I got rid of all the dust, the air was okay.
Okay, you're starting to sell me on it. Is it available still?
I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know if anyone else will ever live there.
Okay.
But
is it true that you would park your car next to your bed?
I do have a joke in my set about that. That is not true. No, we parked outside. No one parked in the garage.
It
was a big garage, though.
You're supposed to lie for the podcast.
It was a big garage. You could have fit like 4 cars in there. Like I could have parked my car in there and like not been able to see it when I sleep because the kids had used it like as a playroom too when the kids were grown up now, but when they were younger and stuff. So there was like an attic in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, someone had built like wood, like an upper level with wood and stuff, stairs up there. And so like there was kind of an area that had been like cordoned off. They'd I think there used to be like a garage band. One of the kids had a garage band that would play in there.
Okay.
They had like sound patterns. So I kind of turned that area that had like sort of been cordoned off into like my room.
Yeah. Oh, that's your loft.
That was my little area. Well, this was on the ground though.
Oh, okay.
It was below the yeah. But it basically like made it so I wasn't in the entire massive garage.
Okay, this doesn't sound so bad now. I could live there.
I mean, it's doable. I had a lot of space. I had a little like I was about to start a pod. I did have a podcast there for a while, and I had good space for shit like that.
Yeah. Okay.
And like filming stuff. It was very easy to film auditions and stuff there, but which it's not here, especially in my room because I have the tiny ass room in our apartment. Also, I was so far away from everything, so like just to do a mic. Even to go to Culver is like 30-40 minutes.
Right, yeah. For people listening that don't know, Redondo Beach, mega out of the way.
Yeah, I mean, it's like near nothing. And, to go to the Comedy Store, something like that, it's like an hour 20 during the afternoon when I'd have to go. So it's nice to be 20 minutes from everything now.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely enjoying that.
Nice. Well, what you been up to this week?
What have been up to this week?
Anything fun?
We went to the Comedy Store yesterday. Sam
That's true. That's true.
Did potluck? Didn't get picked.
Yeah, potluck. By that he means we signed up for potluck and then hung around for like an hour. Didn't get up.
Hung around for. I ran into like a few of the guys I hang out with a lot, so we hung out for way longer than I intended to. But I'm right now. I'm very focused on. I'm doing a show in my hometown in mid-May.
Oh, cool!
And I'm doing my half hour, and I'm very like focused on honing that because all my parents' friends are going to be there. And
fun! Have you
talk about jerking off?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, what is your hometown, and have you performed for your parents' friends before?
I mean, it's been a while. Like when I was still just like an open micer, I did a few things there, and this is like Aspen, Colorado area, right?
Okay, yeah.
But and my parents will be there too. My parents also haven't seen me perform in a long time because I don't like it when they come to shows. But it's gonna be kind of an interesting show because I'm doing 30 minutes of comedy, and then this other dude who also went to my high school is doing an hour of music, not comedy music, just straight up.
Oh, okay.
Straight up music. So it's gonna be
that's fun.
An odd show. It's at the like big theater in town, like the big fancy the Wheeler Opera House, but in the basement. So not
that's cool.
On the premises.
On the premises.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say. I'll say, it's always been my dream to perform sorta in the Wheeler Opera House. In the Wheeler Opera House's lobby or basement or whatever.
Hey, one of these days you'll be moving on up.
Yeah,
before you know it, you'll be at the top level.
It should be fun. I had like a very set 30 for a long time that I was doing on the road, and then I started kind of building that out because I wanted to reach an hour. And now I'm like, well, I have an hour, but it's like a crappy, unorganized dog show. That's kind of my focus. My focus right now is like just hitting mics and reducing that.
Cool, man.
That's what I'm up to.
Hell yeah. What you been up to this week, Sam?
I fucking hurt my back just doing nothing.
I hate that.
And so I've just been sitting around, not doing jack shit. Watched some X-Files.
Ooh, what season?
I saw some early seasons and some of the later ones, like season 11.
Like
when
Dog It episodes?
When it came out in like 2016.
Oh, I've never seen any of the reboot stuff.
Honestly, a couple of them are pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
It's bloodier and more action-oriented.
Okay.
And it does have an issue with they make fucking David Duchovny funny.
Oh,
They have him like popping off quips and puns, and it's like, what the fuck is happening here?
I've never seen any of the X-Files.
It's bad. It's a bad show.
By the way, or like half the things you guys reference, I'm like, that came out before I was like of adult age. And
X-Files was a show that is basically a soap opera, but based around conspiracy theories.
The good thing about the X-Files is if you're not following the actual like story arc of the full series, they had what they referred to as Monster of the Week episodes that were kind of their own thing.
Yeah.
So you could watch the series straight through and follow the arc of the characters and stuff, or you could just be like, oh, Fluke Man, where they go in a Russian submarine and there's like a mutated man with a lamprey fucking mouth, which is classic.
The episodes stand a little more on their own. The later season seemed like you have to know what's going on with the whole storyline.
Yeah.
Anyways, there's a couple good. There's a Mandela episode, a Mandela Effect episode that's honestly hilarious.
Like from the newer ones?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Where they investigate that, but also the whole episode is a Mandela Effect.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
I like that they're investigating. It's like, nope, you're just racist and have a bad memory. Turns out there was no mystery to solve here. I did the big rewatch in college of all that stuff, and because they used to show it on Sci-Fi Channel all fucking night. And I do just remember being very disappointed at the Jersey Devil episode, where instead of having an actual winged Satan with a horse head, like the actual Jersey Devil, the real one that exists, they instead subbed it out for a family of Bigfoots that make their way into like northern New Jersey, like Sopranos territory at night. And I'm like, that ain't the fucking Jersey Devil, man. Give me the winged Satan.
That should just be the big family of Bigfoots episode.
Yeah. Oh, and they look so shitty too. This is like the end of season 1 when they're like out of a budget. So it's just guys in
no, it's not. They're out of a budget. It looks bad in every season. You realize watching it now, it's a very cheaply made show. I think the show is like, it's dark a lot to cover up like bad sets.
That is true.
And you're saying this now. Go watch some episodes tonight. They showed on Comet fucking time.
I've got season 4 on DVD in yonder closet.
You got to watch it on Comet. That's how you got to have the commercials.
Okay.
my show like that is Smallville. I've seen all of Smallville.
Oh,
and then
okay.
Whenever I've gone back to an episode of Smallville, I'm like, oh boy, looks like shit.
Yeah. Of course, it was a CW show.
I know. I remembered it being good, but I like watched it in middle school.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like,
when you're a kid, you don't know what good TV and movies look like.
You see, you're like, oh, that's like the iMovie lightning effect.
Yeah, dude. Fucking X-Files has a ton of that shit. Absolutely.
The one that killed me the first time I saw it was, and they only aired it once on broadcast TV. They air it on cable all the time, but it's season 4. I believe it's the second episode called Home, where they investigate this family that are all like so inbred that like everybody is their own brother and father and shit like that. And they're going out and like killing people at night while listening to Johnny Mathis's song Wonderful Wonderful, which that song now, if you hear it, it will creep you the fuck out based on this episode. But they do have a great scene where they find the matriarch of the family, the mother, who is also the sister and the niece of everybody.
Right.
She's the kind of evil mastermind, and she has like deformed or maybe missing limbs, and they're keeping her under the bed, and they Scully pulls her out, and he's just like, "Ma'am, we gotta get you help." And then she goes, "I could tell you don't have no children." And Scully's like, "Ma'am," and she goes, "You can't understand the pride, the love," and that has never left my brain. It's
very weird.
It's fantastic. But yeah, when they're going out killing people, they are rocking this song, and it is so delightfully fucking creepy. They're in this like giant Studebaker.
Are we gonna get sued for using this?
No, as long as we're talking over it. This is commentary,
sweet.
friend. This is fair use.
Oh yeah, I do think I don't know if X-Files pioneered it, but they definitely jumped on the train of playing like kind of happy sounding music while something terrible's happening.
Yes, yeah.
I don't have a lot of film and TV knowledge previous to the 90s.
It's Scorsese, man.
You think that's
the
it?
Scorsese needle drop of like a fun song in the middle of gangsters executing people and shit. But using it in horror, yeah, that is definitely a thing that is happening now. Every time there's a new trailer, they take some fun song and turn it into the dark, evil version of whatever.
Waiting for the Gangnam Style horror movie theme.
It's coming. But yeah.
What have you done this week, Rivers?
Man,
anything?
Just been working a bunch. Like
We
I said,
streamed.
I was out in Palmdale, as I mentioned, and while I was out there, I did go check out because I realized that the Four Aces Movie Ranch is out there, which is we talked about the Zevia energy drink that his Jelly Roll was promoting, and he's out in that like desert area with the gas station and shit in the background. That is the Four Aces Movie Ranch. So I dropped off my group and then drove over there just to see it, and it was it's kind of cool. But it's this kind of fake. It's like a hotel motel with it's got a gas station attached to it, and then like a big 50s mid-century modern kind of sign and everything.
And they just film a ton of shit there.
Yeah, they just film out there.
I fucking hate Jelly Roll so much. I have no reason to.
I am only vaguely aware of who Jelly Roll is.
You should be so happy. You should be so fucking happy. That's the case.
There's so many celebrities. I know a lot of actors and actresses, but when it comes to like music and shit like that, I like barely know.
If you watch like American sports, you can't get away from fucking Jelly Roll. They try to shove you.
See, but I watch
shove
sports,
him in your
but not
fucking
with commercials.
face. That's
and mostly hockey.
But that's the thing, they show him
soccer
during the game.
Oh yeah,
yeah, but he's not watching the Colorado Rapids.
Yeah, well, hey, brother, if they play the Nashville Predators, he'll be there.
Well, those are different sports, but yeah,
that's hockey.
No, the Colorado Rapids are soccer.
You just said hockey.
The Colorado, hockey and soccer. In Colorado Avalanche. I do watch every Avalanche game.
There you go.
Game 6 is Thursday.
Shout out to a friend of the show, Paulo, who sent me Minnesota Wild shirt. And I told him, oh, man, I like the shirt. I don't know anything about soccer. And he goes, it's hockey.
It's hockey.
So, anyway.
Famous sports fan, Rivers Langley.
That's me, folks. Well, Jelly Roll's in fucking wrestling, too. You literally can't get away from this guy. He's on WWE.
Nothing about wrestling, but I know a lot about real sports.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Sorry.
Where all the reps are paid? Yeah, real. Come on. Tell me about it. But yeah, I just read a story about the governor of Tennessee is trying to get him a pardon for all of the crimes that he did because now he's
what'd he do?
He's redeemed himself. He was like a drug dealer and
now he's a snitch. Now he worked with the government to make harder drug fucking punishments in their legislation and gave this speech about it.
Yeah,
it's like nationally overall. It seems like drugs are becoming more accepted.
Oh yeah,
legally.
Oh, I've said before, we're gonna have legal cocaine before we have free healthcare. That's the way we're headed. Yeah,
because in a way, that's your own painkiller.
Yeah, well, they'll just
you don't need healthcare.
Jelly Roll has whole songs about this, David.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, I don't know.
He is Adele for pillheads.
He really is.
Yeah.
Never been a drug guy, so maybe I'm out of the loop.
Yeah.
You got to get into Jelly Roll's music and try some fentanyl. It seems like all his fans love it.
They said, move to East Hollywood. It'll be fun. No one will tell you to do fentanyl. And
You got to do fentanyl, man.
Yeah, I think that was pretty much it. I don't know. We did a little streaming. Went up to Barnsdall Art Park and
Oh yeah, I went over to
Speaking of
Kanye West's compound again.
man,
you went again?
Yeah. Well, I mean, for the second time.
yeah. So we went there. We talked about on the John Michael Bond episode, but there has been recent reports that the neighbors in the area have been complaining because there's loud German chanting happening there late at night.
Jesus.
Also, okay, and
I
here's-
actually speak German, so if you need someone to go translate, let me know.
Well, I went by there and they weren't playing anything when I went by there. Well, one of the funniest things I think that's happened is someone literally painted a giant swastika on the wall of the building.
Yeah.
Probably as a fuck you to them,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Right,
And
right.
then they called the cops and the cops said they're investigating it as a hate crime.
Oh, good.
There's
Right.
there's a screen inside a stage where he projects giant swastikas on the wall.
yeah.
Those are projected, not painted, though.
It
It's
is.
Yeah,
stiff.
well, he needs to be able to put more swastikas in there. You
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
have just 3. He can fit 5 or 6
the
on there.
the problem with the one on the garage door is he's like, I don't like the color choice.
Probably
Right.
not. Yeah. Well, he wants the building to look really nondescript. They've now put up like coverings over all the fence that you used to be able to see through.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah.
camera outside now. But people are still in there all the time. I saw a guy come out and get a DoorDash order. There was a security guard in a full-on black suit who was just sitting in a chair in the parking lot. Nothing was going on outside.
Yeah, I saw in the news report because they've now got like KTLA out there like talking about it, and I saw in the news report that banged up Nissan that we saw, the kind of burgundy kind of like a SUV crossover type vehicle that we where the windows were totally blacked out. We speculated that could have been Nick Fuentes' car.
Oh, yeah.
I saw that in the news report driving in again. So
Oh, yeah.
I'm thinking that might be that church lady that you saw,
Could be Kanye.
or it's Kanye.
I
Yeah,
still
who
have a
knows?
theory that it's smarter to roll in a fucked up car with tinted windows than roll in like a fancy looking car.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Then you look at a guy like Kanye and you're like, would his ego allow him to get into a beat up Subaru?
I feel like the way we could get in there is you just need to bring them like a 12-pack of Black Rifle, and they'd let us
Oh,
in.
maybe. But then again, Kanye is like the internet weirdo type of right wing guy, and not the actual blood in the sand.
Yeah, but
you know,
You'd have
military
to be like, this
conqueror
is
man.
the swastika brand energy drink.
Well, you're right.
yeah.
It tastes
Well,
like
that's
Jewish
probably-
blood.
Yeah, he's gonna release that. Well, I've got some Jewish blood we can put in it if you want.
Well, what happened when you checked it out on last Thursday?
I put my phone over the fence to try to film the security. That's where you can see the security guy in the chair.
Yeah.
Then I think he came out to see what the fuck was going on. He saw it was a weird guy with a fucking selfie stick, and he just closed the gate. But I was able to film inside the gate a little bit before he fully closed it.
Nice.
It looked like they have the kind of equipment where you'd set up some sort of production
Yeah.
or video shoot.
C-stands
But it
and
wasn't
shit.
it wasn't being utilized for anything. So I don't know if it had been used to set up the inside or what. There's
Yeah.
also several Enterprise rent-a-car vans on the premises, like clearly the ones they're using to haul stuff
Haul the equipment.
in and out.
Yeah, because I did see in the picture of the inside of the Bund rally, there was like a full drum set and stuff. So it seemed like there was like a live band element
Yeah.
to the Bund rally.
Definitely. So we could be seeing some videos produced there or something.
Yeah.
I've theorized that he signed the year lease.
Yes.
Probably to
Yeah.
just use
Oh,
the
yeah,
space.
Yeah.
So it's good that we'll be able to go over there often.
I was shocked.
I saw a guy come out and get a DoorDash order. I helped him get. I was like, "You looking for the DoorDash guy?" And he just was like, "Motherfucker."
Yeah, I was shocked that I didn't see the inside of that place in the video that he released for the hit song "Cousin."
Is that song out?
Yeah, it's out.
Oh God, I gotta hear it.
It's. I mean, I think I said it on the stream. You listen to it, you're like, Jesus, he's still really good at making fucking music, but boy, this is bad.
Is it about incest?
Yes.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. So he.
Hanging with my cousin, making out with my cousin. Oh,
Literally.
Wait.
Literally.
No, I can't say that word.
You are
but,
joking, but that is the song. Is
Turn it up.
That's when I gave my cousin head?
Just hanging out with your friends. Yeah, so
so you look at some songs and they have like multiple writers.
yeah.
Do you think he got help with this?
No, but this is all him. That'd be amazing if he did. It's just like, hey, Ty Dolla $ign, what are you up to? Can you write the most fucked up thing anyone's ever heard real quick?
You always need people in your life who can say no to you, because clearly no one is saying no to you.
This is crazy.
Wait, is it a man cousin?
Now he's talking about doing nitrous.
Oh, yeah.
Is this him?
This is him, but there is also, he's been using AI very heavily in his songs. And so there's a chance he just typed this shit in and was like, make Kanye type song.
Yeah.
Yeah, so who knows at
Two
this point.
perks to get high, pray that I don't die.
Yeah.
But I want to suck my cousin's dick.
Yep. So that's
No, keep letting it play. You can edit all this out. Now I'm just reading the lyrics. I don't even care about the song itself.
It's almost over. But
it's only 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
You couldn't even put 3 verses on this.
Who knew that like Kim Kardashian was like the smart one in that relationship?
I mean, clearly she wasn't. She married this fucking
right.
psycho.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean,
and it's also a love song, As Long As You Don't Leave Me.
yeah, about his wife that just left him.
Oh, it's about his wife, or I thought it might be about his cousin. As long as my cousin doesn't leave me.
I think the idea was to admit to committing incest with his cousin.
Before she could put it out.
Right. Yeah.
That's
kind of what I was thinking. Yeah. So
smart.
Who knows?
He's a genius. He's playing 4D chess.
If you think I know nothing about Kanye West, I know less than nothing about Kim Kardashian. But is she like trying to get at him? I don't think
that
so.
Wife. Not that wife. New wife. Bianca Censori.
Oh.
Yeah. The naked one.
I don't know who that is.
No one does.
I didn't know he had a new wife. I'll be honest.
Kim's the one he had kids with.
Yeah.
She doesn't want him to be around
Northwest and America West, I assume. Southwest.
America West.
All the airlines.
No, it's Saint and Chicago are the other two.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I love AmeriQuest.
America West is a now bankrupt airline.
Oh.
Northwest is a now bankrupt airline.
You said AmeriQuest, and I was like, I'm pretty sure that was like one of those predatory loan lenders before 2008. Yeah, I think they bankrupted.
America West is a bankrupt airline. Trust me, if we want to talk about bankrupt airlines, I've got the deets on bankrupt airlines.
That's a value jet.
It sucks that he's a publicity whore, but these publicity stunts are so goddamn good.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
how can you just avoid the I sucked my cousin's dick publicity stunt?
I actually like them, so I'm going to start going online and say I only like Kanye's newer stuff, and then I'm not going to clarify.
Well, you're fucking Jewish. If you like his new stuff, it's fine.
Actually, there's a career there, perhaps.
You could be the online Jewish guy who defends Kanye West. Fuck.
Time to grift, David. Let's grift. Let's do it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Think about it. It's on the plate. It's on the plate.
What's your soul worth anyway?
Let's see how this year goes for me.
If conditions don't improve, we begin the Kanye grift. If he hasn't nitrous himself to death.
If I'm still in the small room,
I agree.
I'm getting up to the top of that theater, that opera house.
This nondescript warehouse is the center of noise and other complaints, and according to multiple neighbors, is used by rapper Ye, also known as Kanye West, for parties, rehearsals, and casting calls. Police have responded here multiple times in the past. LAPD confirmed they received 7 noise complaints since the beginning of the year, but no action was ultimately taken. Police were also called out to the area near Kingsley and Beverly after a swastika was spray painted on the white walls of this building. Neighbors say the music is blaring from speakers, sometimes late at night. We spoke with neighbors who saw the swastika and thought it was disturbing.
It's just across the street from the school, and I don't think kids should necessarily deal with that imagery, especially if they don't understand what those things mean. And they put up metal walls now. We don't really know what's going on. And then it was like a chanting of like only men all dressed in black. So it's just been like very weird to see.
There's like raves and concerts here in the weekends, and then in the weekdays there's been noises. There's been groups of men doing like push-ups and exercises over here, and you can hear music like blaring from the parking lot.
Reporting live here in East Hollywood, Kimberly Chang, KTLA 5 News.
I stumbled across something on Instagram, and it was just like one of those little quick videos, and I was like, oh, this sounds crazy. I need to know more. So this is Michael Hine writing for popculture.com and Alex Hanton writing for Cracked. So this is from 2014. So every city has its own fast food urban legend. All of Toronto, and I included this first part just because these are more things I want to find out about now. All of Toronto still mourns the now closed Parksdale McDonald's, a location so famously weird that the guy who brought in a full desktop computer to watch porn was actually considered one of the better customers.
Whoa.
And I was looking at other stuff about that McDonald's, and apparently they installed blue lights in the bathroom so that people couldn't find their veins when they were shooting up in there.
Oh, God.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude.
That's a great trick.
I know. And when I was reading that, I was like, I feel like I saw that somewhere and didn't know what it was.
I mean, now when I go into a bathroom and there's a blue light tinge, I'm going to know the reason.
Yeah. And I think we covered this during COVID. In Long Beach, they swear by Sweet Dixie Kitchen, which was notoriously exposed for buying Popeye's fried chicken, smuggling it in the back door, and reselling it at a higher price.
Damn.
I remember that one. I think we covered that on the Corona
Popeyes
Diaries.
is already sort of expensive.
I know, right? Yeah. And nobody in Chamblee, Georgia can order Domino's without remembering the time in the late 80s when a deranged gunman named Kenneth Noyd took 2 employees hostage, believing that the chain's nationwide Avoid the Noyd advertising campaign was aimed at him specifically. I knew about that story. That shit is incredible.
I think I'd heard about that before, too.
Yeah, his name was Kenneth Noyd. He was like, they're talking about me.
Yeah, that's such an unfortunate mix of circumstance and
Well,
insanity.
to be fair, I get that because there's that kids book, No David No.
Uh-huh.
I thought that was about me for years.
Dude, yeah, and that one happened. That happened in 1989, and it was like a famous story. And now you're just like, that could happen. That's half of the fucking country now. Is that insane? That could happen anywhere now. But in 2014, a new champion appeared on the scene in Pittsburgh. So here's what we know about the infamous fake Burger King. So first of all, the photos of this restaurant don't really immediately raise red flags, but because it does kind of have a Burger King appearance.
I mean, it just looks like it looks like a shitty Burger King.
Exactly. Yeah. But and you might explain that away with unique location or fast food companies overhauling their look every few years. But the rabbit hole becomes a free fall from there. Online reviews for this restaurant are downright frightening, describing fights between customers, poor sanitation, and inedible foods. One person on Yelp even reported, quote, some shady guy charged me $1 to use their bathroom.
To be fair, that's normal in Europe. So.
Well, no, you tip the guy in Europe and he gives you a little...
they actually now usually you just put a quarter into a machine and that's how it usually works.
They replace the creepy guys in the bathrooms?
I mean, I haven't lived there for a few, but yeah, usually you just put a quarter in a machine and then you walk right on.
That was always, anytime I was in, Germany or France or whatever, going into the bathrooms and there's guys just fucking standing there with the cart full of like candies and baby powder and
that's
shit.
not normal. That dude was just following you around.
Yeah. I see him right now. You guys don't see him? He's right there.
He was just waiting for you to use the bathroom and then he was in there real quick.
Domino's is talking about me.
That guy. That's what he did after the hostage situation.
I mean, if anything, they're not trying to ruin his life. They're trying to just annoy the shit out of him constantly when anyone finds out his last name.
Well, and that's the thing. The slogan was avoid the Noid. So it's telling people, be like, don't be friends with this guy, which is horrible. That's really the worst torture.
But, after he did that whole hostage thing, maybe they had a point. So,
So another Yelp review for this Burger King, quote, If you've ever said to yourself, hey, I want to eat lunch in a dirty bus station, this place is for you. Side note, there is a McDonald's a couple miles away that was selling heroin stuffed into Happy Meal toys, and it got better reviews than this particular Burger King.
Jesus. This is in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, dude. Oh, yeah. Oh, Pittsburgh.
Midwest heroin. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Rust Belt, baby.
Tracks.
Environmental hazards aside, legends say that the restaurant's product was bad enough to stay away. The food was reportedly served in standard Burger King branded containers at the start, but before long it started coming in unmarked brown paper bags and styrofoam cups.
They were just reusing the bags they used for the heroin out back.
Yeah.
They don't need this anymore.
Customers got their burgers wrapped in tinfoil or wax paper from the local grocery store, while fries came in Dixie cups rather than their purpose-built cardboard
So this
container.
is an actual Burger King franchise.
So what happened is it was.
Oh, it was.
And it was so dirty and fucked up that Burger King was like, no, we're revoking your license for this.
But they kept the Burger King name.
So instead of closing down, these goddamn patriots were like, don't tell me what is and is not a Burger King. And so they just kept the signage up. All the employees were wearing the same uniforms, and then they just continued serving Burger King-ish food.
They must have wanted those uniforms back.
Well, it's not like Burger King-ish food is a high mark to shoot for.
No, that's the thing. And there was a lot of people like pointing that out, like even in like the news stories that I was pulling up, when the reporters get there, which we'll talk about in a second, there were people just kind of being like, yeah, I mean, I don't expect much because it's Burger King, but like, I mean, this is pretty ridiculous.
I've never been to a Burger King in my entire life.
Good.
What?
Keep it that way.
Never been to a McDonald's either.
Whoa, shit.
Weird.
I didn't grow up near them, and then at some point it just became, well, if I never go, I can just say I've never been.
Whoa, okay. Wow.
That's not really a bragging right if you've never been to any of them. What fast food have you had?
In-N-Out.
You never had Taco Bell?
I've had Taco Bell twice.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. I mean, I've never seen Lord of the Rings. That's my appalling secret.
I've only seen the third movie and I've read the first two books. And I get it.
See, I got nothing. Yeah, that's how I feel. I'm like, I get it. I fucking, it's a whole thing. About,
Lord of the Rings is something that I feel like I should like. I just don't.
I get it.
The marketing got you.
Yeah.
Based on the other things I like, I should like Lord of the Rings. I just don't.
So one customer described arriving at this Burger King to find the front door barricaded, following the hastily scrawled, quote, "Please use side in trank" sign. He made his way inside, discovering blacked out LCD screens and paper menus taped to the counter. When he asked for a packet of sauce, the manager emerged from the back bearing an ice cream cup filled with Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce.
An ice cream.
Which, first of all, that is not a complaint. Sweet Baby Ray's beats the shit out of any restaurant.
I'm sure it's way better than Burger King sauces.
Yeah, and I don't know. That might have just been a flourish in the article.
In a way, I kind of like this place because
I like the independent spirit of America.
I have a marketing idea for them. They should rebrand as a super like hipster restaurant that's all into recycling. Because it seems like they just use whatever they have lying around.
They go to the 99-cent store.
Well, this is the next line. Some witnesses say they had seen employees buying supplies in bulk at the local Giant Eagle supermarket, including burger buns and other foods that they would later serve. Meanwhile, some said that they could tell that the drinks coming out of the Coca-Cola machine were actually Pepsi. So,
that's a good scam right there.
A good scam, as in
Pepsi's cheaper. Yep.
Pepsi's. I don't like sodas. I don't know.
So the changes weren't all bad, however. Most notably, you could apparently now order a Whopper with as many patties as you wanted.
Well, that's fucked up that you couldn't do that before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
that's In-N-Out lets you do that, right? Yeah.
Yeah. It's In-N-Out used to be limitless. Now it's 10. Because around
some fucking internet.
Because some dude got 15 and had a heart attack on the spot.
It was 100. Someone ordered 100 patties, 100 by 100, and they used all their supplies to make the stupid fucking things. They're like, no, we're not doing this. But yeah, so that was the one upgrade, is you could get as many patties as you wanted. This went on for a while until local reporters tackled the story in 2014. According to a report by WPXI, Burger King had revoked that location's franchise months earlier. Corporate cited repeated complaints from customers about food quality, but did not mention the other issues facing the restaurant. Undeterred, the franchise holder simply continued to operate the restaurant as usual, even when branded supplies from Burger King stopped arriving.
But that's what good restaurants do. They don't give you a fucking burger wrapped in a logo paper.
Oh, yeah. This exact thing happened in my hometown. So in Alabama, there's a local hamburger chain. It's kind of the In-N-Out equivalent of Alabama called Milo's. And we used to have a Milo's, and some shit went down where the owner and the company were like, fuck you. And then they were like, fuck you. So they got rid of the name, and the guy changed the name to Kilby's. And so they stopped being a Milo's, but they still had the exact same font and like the same exact everything.
Yeah, his menu probably didn't change.
Yeah. The one thing they did do, though, was back in the day, actually still to this day, Milo's has a little jingle on the radio. Everybody goes to Milo's. And this guy just took the jingle and just cut out Milo's, so it literally went...
Kilby's on Magnolia.
And that was it. It's like, fucking shout out, man. I love a pirate restaurant. So by then, the name printed on the receipts had been changed to Southside Burgers. So as soon as the media starts poking around, they're like, actually, delete. We are Southside Burgers. But the store still stuck to every bit of Burger King legitimacy it could. The marquee, signage, and indoor decorations all proclaimed this is a Burger King. And the employees continued to wear the uniforms, as I mentioned. Burger King corporate had hoped to reopen the location with a new franchise owner, but as far as they could tell, the previous owner had kept the lease on the restaurant.
It sounds like they're doing good business.
I guess so.
They're doing enough that people keep coming back. Clearly, they're not shutting down.
That is the funny part. It's like everyone's reviewing it horribly, but people keep going.
Yeah. I love this. There are unconfirmed reports that the employees were sent to other Burger King locations to steal signage and promotional materials. That is such ridiculous commitment to the bit where
this is officially like a movie.
Yeah.
A bad owner in a movie who's like, you kids, if you want to get a raise, you got to steal signs.
Yeah. It reminds me of like kind of the, blank format of like a summer camp movie where like they shut down the summer camp with the counselor everybody likes, and the kids are like, we're going to keep it going for the rest of the summer and try to pretend that we're still legit, So they're going on raids for promotional materials. However, the store quickly became outdated, unable to keep up with new promotions and practices that were usually coordinated with corporate. They told more and more customers that they were sold out of popular menu items. Small touches like the generic condiment packets, as we mentioned, began to tell their own story. One way or another, the fake Burger King was doomed. Eventually, its downfall reportedly started with internet sleuths on Reddit. Their efforts on a Pittsburgh subreddit caught the attention of local reporters who knew that something was up when they visited the scene themselves. Their reporter was greeted by an agitated, ununiformed security guard yelling, "Please get off our property!" Some Redditors later claimed that the security guard was also moonlighting as a well-known panhandler. So
hey, they're giving people work.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's such a ragtag summer camp kind of vibe. They're giving everybody a
here's
job.
the question: was he a veteran? Because then they're doing Black Rifles work for them.
Yeah.
He's claiming to be. He might be stolen valor, but he's claiming to be.
I mean, I just am imagining Happy Gilmore's caddy. Like that's it. That's it. That's what happened here. So once more, reporters took interest, and the staff hastily pulled down the Burger King signage, including the marquee, which left stains in the shape of the letters on the exterior. So eventually an assistant manager told reporters that they were in the process of transitioning to an independent burger joint, but by then they had been using the Burger King assets for at least 4 months. And Redditors helped make the WPXI story viral, vindicated to see all of their curiosity paid off. With all that attention, Burger King corporate finally got involved, issuing a statement to explain the situation, and they stated plans to open a new franchise, but that took quite a while. The restaurant needed a deep clean to begin with, and it ended up getting a full remodel and renovation before it was opened with a completely new owner and staff. So they're,
What a happy Burger King ending.
The real victim here is the owner.
Yeah, terrible owner.
fucked.
He was freezed out by Burger King. All he wanted to do, his dream, was to run a Burger King.
That's right. Yeah.
Slummy Burger King.
Yeah, the burger tyrant king. You know what I'm saying? Just kick that guy out to the curb.
We should reach out, see what he's up to.
I know,
You guys should get him on the next episode of the podcast.
He'd probably do it.
Yeah, I bet so. Yeah. What have you been up
You
to?
guys should fly him out too. Don't do it over Zoom. Get him here.
Yeah, exactly. He's just running the McDonald's with the heroin lights. You know?
That's so funny.
Anyway, so that's the news from Pittsburgh, folks.
From 11 years
From 11 years ago.
Yeah. Years ago.
Covering the hottest
Well,
news.
when this came out, I think I was either an 8th grader or a freshman in high school.
Well,
Old days.
like I said, I just saw it on an Instagram thing. So it's one of those stories that's been out there and then it's recently started picking back up. So people are like, wait, what the fuck is this? To see if it's real. Because half of the Instagram video is all this AI bullshit. And you're like, did this even happen?
Oh, that's a good point.
And so that was my thing when I was watching. I was like, if this is true, this is fucking great. And yeah, confirmed. It did happen. But they included in the AI video that you could get as many patties as you wanted, and they had the fakest looking Whopper where it was like 600 patties or something in the video, and you're just like, okay, is this true? Did this happen? So anyway, welcome to infinity, folks. Everything you read online is going to involve deep research.
The 600 patty thing's definitely bullshit because that's probably more patties than they had at the place.
Oh, 100%.
Because they probably ran out after about the first 12 people ordered single burgers.
Yeah.
Hold the pickle, hold the lettuce, special order down at the bread. All we ask is that you let us serve it your way.
All right.
Have it your way. Have it your way. Have it your way at Burger King. Come on now.
Y'all, we have time for just one more segment, and of course, this is our jam of the week.
For me.
Oh, the only person more intolerable than Jelly Roll. Of course, this is Morgan Wallen. Oh, the worst, the absolute worst, folks. This song is called Whiskey Glasses. Because it's a pun, you see, because the whiskey comes in a glass, but also, you got to put on your whiskey glasses when your lady breaks up with you, folks.
See, I sort of like country music, but I genuinely hate this guy.
Oh, I love country music deeply, and that is not what you were listening to. This is some garbage.
I'm aware of who Morgan Wallen is.
Yeah. Are you sure Hank done it this way? Yes, I'm positive Hank did not do it this way. But yeah, this song comes off of his 2018 album, If I Know Me.
I love how we're always just on the cusp. You know, we're this podcast. You guys you're like, what's new, what's fresh in people's minds.
Well, so for this segment, David, you have to let things marinate for a while because what this is look, critics have their opinion of music. You know,
right. Yeah.
We don't give a shit what critics think, man. We want to know what the people think. And the only way to find out what the people are thinking about Morgan Wallen's whiskey glasses is to dive into the 16,276 comments on YouTube. That's right. This song has 270 million views and over 16,000 comments. And yo, I read every goddamn last one of them. So now let us dive down into this tear in your beer shit classic from the mulleted Morgan Wallen. First up, John Edwards.
Oh, the former presidential or vice presidential candidate.
John Edwards 6 years ago. Fuck you. When I went to the bar, I don't care if I'm the coolest dude. I go to get drunk, not to be cool.
The guy who
can't believe they didn't elect him.
The guy who's just the sloppy mess at the bar, being like, "Fuck, you guys don't want to talk to me. Fuck you. You think you're fucking cool?
You think you can avoid the Noid? Nah."
That guy's the guy who goes looking for a fight and then ends up fighting the bathroom sink afterwards.
Well, there's another one along similar lines. Justin Northcutt 4 years ago. I prefer to drink mine out of a paper sack, a brown paper sack, that is. Is that a bad thing?
I think.
Do you
I
live
think
on the
that's
streets?
I think that's a gay innuendo. I swear to God.
That would be a good one. Do you drink out of a brown paper sack?
Well, it's like a dick sucking analogy, right?
No, I don't think so.
No, I think it's literally you get it a paper.
No, I get
a
it.
brown paper sack as
Won't it
opposed
just
to a
leak through? I don't know.
No, you get the bottle in the sack, and that way it's not
okay.
open container.
I like the idea of just pouring it into the paper sack, though.
like it's a coffee filter.
Yeah, like it's got-
I get out all the impurities this way. Hobo Man in a Box 1 year ago. I like this song because I like drinking. I like feeling numb. And I know at the end of the day, I'll never be satisfied. Fuck it! Another one down the hatch.
So that guy's never orgasmed before. That's okay.
Well, this guy has porn-esque filthy lips popping off from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Morgan Wallen. Oh, my gosh. Y'all is his fire ass still. Wow. Who is freaking single today? November 2023. Morgan Wallen for real. I got dibs now.
All right, well, that guy does want to fuck Morgan Wallen.
There is a whole...
Oh, people are horny for him. I don't like it.
I don't
It's
remember what he
fucking-
looks like. I think the only time I've seen him is like on SNL. So I don't know.
I mean, you can see a small photo of
Is he
him here,
hot?
and this is before he got his mullet.
Yeah,
So
that's what I thought. I thought he had a mullet.
this song, this music video, I believe, is the debut of the mullet, and it has driven some people insane.
It's driven people be horny.
Yeah,
It's
so
ruining lives.
it's definitely ruining lives. This one, I'll just get down to there is a whole section that I've just titled "Bros in Love with Morgan." Riley Thibodeau 6 years ago. I sing this when I'm riding in the 4-wheeler or in the truck or when I'm sleeping.
He's thinking about Morgan. He's dreaming about Morgan.
He seems awful to be sleeping next to you because, like, there are people who talk in their sleep. There are people who snore, like our roommate AJ, who I hear from my room.
AJ
by the way,
has-
from
dude,
my
you
room.
can hear him downstairs. He's got some serious apnea going on.
Damn. Along similar lines, Denton Smith 7 years ago. I just wish I could get high and drunk as fuck with Morgan and party with him on his tour bus. No, for real though.
Oh, that's sad. When you're like, I think
sad.
me and Morgan Wallen could be good friends, man. I think if he met me, he'd think I was cool as fucking shit,
it's because
dude.
that guy doesn't have any other friends. So
Definitely. That's what you do when you don't have friends. You daydream about hanging out with a celebrity.
Bob Russell 2 weeks ago. It would be a dream to meet this awesome guy. He's the best damn singer in the world. You are more than enough, Morgan. For anyone. You're so special. Always know that. I'm telling you, this guy he's bringing out some
that's
feelings.
actually. Do we know if Morgan Wallen's dad left? Because that might be him trying to
reach out.
Try to reach out and get in on the money.
Paxton FLT 1 year ago. Morgan Wallen, pro, you saved me from myself because this female did the same thing to me. Fucked me up for real. No homo, but your music is what's holding me up high, dog.
I love the no homo and then calling a woman a female in the same sentence.
Last one of that ilk. Richard Forrester 6 years ago. Just watch as this man blows everyone away. He is beyond epic, peoples. This amazing man is going to the top of the world where he should be. I say this from sunny Vermont. Morgan is the top of the food chain.
God.
Show this man some love, folks. Rock on and have a great week, Morgan.
And this guy I actually like the most of all the people.
Yeah, he's just the Morgan Wallen cheerleader.
Yeah, the epic people's thing makes me think he's like 12 years old. But other than that,
or like 45.
or like 45, or has some daughters he's struggling to connect with.
Hey, girls, isn't this epic? Isn't this epic, girls?
Isn't it epic?
This one's for you, Sam. Sarah X. May 6 years ago. Shiner Bach is the shit. Fuck your state, bitch. Fuck everything but Texas.
Yeah, that sounds like a Texas
Hook 'em
person.
horns, baby.
Shiner Bock sucks dick, though.
What is Shiner Bock?
It's a brown beer that's made in Texas. So
you know a Bock, the kind of beer? It's just made by...
I thought he was like comparing Morgan Wallen to a classical composer.
Nope. Not Johann Sebastian Bach. No, certainly
This person
not.
has no idea who that is.
Yeah, no. This is if you're, if you're making a film set in Texas, you'll either give the main character a Lone Star beer or a Shiner Bock for some authenticity. Big Dangles 6 years ago. I feel like Mr. Snoop Dogg likes this one. Or maybe I'm just drunk.
No, you're probably right. He's a shitty Trump supporter. He probably listens to Morgan Wallen. Speaking of, Snoop Dogg's got a new shitty song out with Jelly Roll. Oh boy.
The Tom Petty Last Dance with Mary Jane. Oh, yeah.
They made a cover of Last Dance with
Yes,
Mary
they
Jane.
did. For the
There's some, honestly, that should be the next jam of the day. There's some crazy comments already.
I bet.
A lot of people think there's some hidden messages in the video.
Dude, I have gone through every goddamn Jelly Roll song to try to find Jam of the Day comments, and they are all just sad, like former addicts or current addicts. Like, there's nothing happy or fun.
You know.
Like I said, he's Adele for Fent addicts. Like, it's just people in their feelings.
Know your market,
Go through
you
the
know?
Snoop Dogg one. I swear, I already saw
that might
some.
cut it a little.
Yeah, you get some older fans in there
That's
too.
okay. All right. We're going deep diving later, folks. Mo 2 years ago, I was on the road crew. They all talk shit about him. I set up and took down the Eric Church tour. Everybody hates Morgan, but his fans.
Yeah, I fully fucking
I
believe
believe that too.
Because he's the guy who got caught saying the N-word a bunch.
Yep.
He's the guy who threw a fucking chair off the roof of a building when he was all drunk into a street where there were people.
He did
Broadway in Nashville.
He did a weird COVID thing too, right? Wasn't that?
Yeah, well, he was supposed to play SNL, but then decided the week before to go to a college party in Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Oh, yeah.
Which, A, that's creepy in the first place, but B, you're like, I can guarantee you there's no better place to get COVID than a college party in Tuscaloosa, Alabama in early 2020.
Yeah, that's a super spreader event if I ever heard.
And then he
one.
recently did it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then he walked off at the end and said he needed to go back to God's country
That's right.
on the internet.
Yeah. This is Seth Sternin 2 years ago. Bastards and bitches keep unsubscribing me to this channel. Fucking assholes. When are they going to be ashamed of themselves? If YouTube keeps unsubscribing me from the Morgan Wallen channel, they probably aren't ever going to show this very post of mine. They are literally trying to erase people. Pieces of shit, and they know who they are. They are the dregs of society.
So no one's unsubscribing him from shit. So
No.
what do we think is actually happening? I think drunk him is actually normal. And and hates Morgan Wallen.
Oh, there
and
is-
drunk him goes on YouTube and unsubscribes himself, and then sober him wakes up and he's like, "Wow, I'm subscribing Morgan Wallen."
Yeah. I just want to comb your mullet. I didn't say that. Charles Cottrell 7 months ago. You don't want me to drink. Want me to drink? I'll fight how I am.
God damn
Drink
it.
2 beers and that's all I drink.
You fight after 2 beers? That's so fucking lightweight, dude.
Do you want me to drink? I'll find someone gets me anyway. I will fight to all of your music, Morgan.
This is another bathroom sink fighter.
It's like a guy who's like, I'm determined to get into a fight to all 65 Morgan Wallen songs. Jeff Kilgore 4 years ago. I'm 67, Morgan, and I have tunes for you. Just a little song I wrote. Just a little something to the government and the IRS. When your bloodline is from Tennessee, we like to drink strong shit. We don't like Blake Shelton because he's a fucking bitch.
Well, I agree with him on the last point.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I know nothing about Blake Shelton.
It is often old people that come up to comics after their set and be like, I have a joke idea for it.
Oh, I
It's
love
almost
when they
never-
joke it, and then it's a racist street
It's
joke
almost
every time.
never a young person who does it.
Oh, yeah.
Got a few more here. John Spurlock, 7 years ago. LOL. I like the melody, but the words are stupid. Who cares? Thank God the garbage man came and collected my trash. The garbage man carried away the garbage. One less fat, sloppy, farting, loudmouth female bully.
Your wife fucked the
Garbage guy.
man.
I love it. I fucking love it so much.
That's great, actually.
He could have said some better puns.
Also, why do calling people females is weird, right? Like, what? That's the second one.
It's a very old man, dumb guy thing to do.
Yeah.
I feel like it's someone like trying to mock woke.
Well,
No, it's
older
a thing.
than that.
It's people have been saying it forever. It's just the thing dumb guys
It's
say.
the shout out to our co-host who's not here. Carter has a bit about this on the Tale of the Crystal Pistol, his CD. Check it out now. But yeah, saying that females are anybody that says that are also the people who's like, she sucked me off to completion. Shout out, give that album a listen, folks. Along similar lines, in R336 5 years ago, I divorced my woman November 15th, 2005, and she still won't die.
Jesus Christ, dude, get over it.
Why have judges and law enforcement if they can't do their job?
What?
Wait.
The police haven't shot my wife
Did
yet.
she murder someone? What are the judges going to do about this?
Why haven't the police killed my wife?
Damn.
Yeah. This was
That's
so much.
That's frightening.
For like kind of a fun drinking song. There was some dark shit in here for sure.
And once you bring alcohol into the mix, even a happy, fun thing can become dark as fuck.
Oh yeah. Bye bye Bo Jackson 2 years ago. You remember how you said I love my truck more than you? You were right. I love my Chevy way more than you, and that's why you are gone, bitch. Yes, you know who you are. Your dad worked on airplanes. Your stepmom was a nurse. And you were evil.
And I'm a tailpipe fucker.
Bye forever. So glad you've been gone for 10 years, but it's not long enough. You suck.
Got him.
Oh, boy. And finally, Unknown Infamous from 5 years ago. And now this is like similar flavor to that, but it starts to take the red pill manosphere, men going their own way turn that I find fascinating. From 5 years ago, there's a part in this video where Morgan's friend says she cheated on you, and all the guys in the background start laughing. Something tells me that was completely intentional. This was a psychological trip to trigger people that are brokenhearted from being cheated on. That same dude is throwing up devil horns. Now, I'm not saying he's into that, but they are guided when making these videos by Hollywood directors and whatnot.
Oh, no. The schizophrenic
This
guy.
is the Noid. This is the guy being like,
They're talking about
talking
me.
about my wife and my life.
You're trying to trigger guys who are heartbroken.
Self-report.
So this is the song, is that we haven't been listening to the actual song. Is the song about being cheated on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then now you're just drinking. Now you're just drinking, David.
As far as I know, I've never been cheated on. I can't relate.
Oh, well, that's...
A lot of losers can, apparently.
You gotta live vicariously through the YouTube
When
comments.
your wife is fucking the smelly-ass garbage man, come on. You need to get your shit together.
You just need to shower. And you'll
Yeah.
look better in comparison.
Well, that is Morgan Wallen with Whiskey Glasses, our jam of the week. David, tell people where they can find you on the internet.
I am at I'm Not a Dave on everything. I mean, that's it.
Nice. Yeah, find him at the Vatican taking selfies with the dead Pope, folks. He'll be there.
Hey, man can dream.
Sam, where can people find you online?
They can find me at Sam Harder 666 on Instagram, Slam Harder on Blue Sky, Goods from the Woods YouTube page, streaming Thursday at 5.
Oh, yeah.
They want to see me do stand-up. Come to LA. I'll be at the Relentless Comedy Show at Relentless Brewing
Nice.
on May 6th.
Hell yeah.
And come to the Good Night, May 17th, where I'll also be
Avatar
doing
2.
comedy. Friend of the show, Joe K.
Joe K, Kevin Anderson.
Kevin Anderson, as some people have referred to him as Joe K's friend.
This is the harshest burn of all time. We love you, Kevin. We love you so much. Well, yeah, you can find me on most forms of social media at Rivers Langley. And if you would like to come see me do stand-up comedy, I am coming up to Canada, folks. May 10th, Underground Comedy Club in Vancouver, British Columbia. May 11th, I'm at the Rendezvous in Seattle, Washington. May 12th, Eastburn Public House, Portland, Oregon. May 13th, I'm in Seattle again. Waiting to get the details on that, but show's confirmed. I'm going to be somewhere. May 14th, same deal, Olympia, Washington. Come see me and Andy Awancia there. And May 15th, Little Mountain Gallery, back to Vancouver, British Columbia. And then May 16th, Pause for a Beer, which is a brewery that allows pets. So come pet a dog. Come see me and Andy Awancia doing stand-up comedy and the wonderful indie country / punk band Nobody's Peach doing their damn thing on May 16th in Bellingham, Washington. And then new date, May 21st. Come see me at Levity Live, formerly Stand Up Live in Huntsville, Alabama. Closing out the showcase there. And then May 13th, I'm at Sports Drink in New Orleans, Louisiana, opening up for Skylar Higley. 2 shows, one at 7 p.m. and one at 9 p.m. And May 24th, I'm at the Dungeon Comedy Club at Covington Country Club in Covington, Louisiana. So come if you're in the Pacific Northwest or the exact opposite side of the country, the Southeast. Hey, I'm everywhere. Damn it. Come see me do stand-up next month. That's pretty much it for me. You can find the show on Facebook, facebook.com/TheGoodsPod. We're on all the other social medias at TheGoodsPod. Buy a shirt, prowrestlingtees.com/TheGoodsPod. Make you look skinny on TV. Best way to support our show. Hey, if you're watching this, you're already doing it. Patreon.com/TheGoodsPod. Join the Tower of Power. Second best way to support our show. Head to Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Comment, rate, review, subscribe. Show the attitude of gratitude. Because if you do not have the attitude of gratitude, Daddy, we're taking a picture with the dead Pope. The Goods from the Woods was recorded and edited by me, Rivers Langley. You can find our show on Twitter at The Goods Pod. Our theme song was composed by Jonas the Space Cowboy.
This was a Brain Freeze podcast.